Hello, Bloomberg Beta team. My name is Tanner Hauck, and this is my reverse candidate application pitch for the platform associate position. I enjoyed Roy's Founders First reverse pitch so much I thought I'd incorporate it into my own application. You may have noticed I opened by addressing the team. That's right, I've decided to send this video to everyone on the Bloomberg Beta team in hopes that your hiring process is similar to your investing process and that I only need one of you to open this, watch it, and say yes. Alright, so you're probably wondering who I am, cold emailing you a weird video out of the blue. Well, I'm new to San Francisco in the tech scene and couldn't find anyone in common for a warm introduction. However, I hope that the remaining minutes of this video demonstrate that I did exhaust all available sources of information. I also tried for an interesting headline, and I did read that ... sentence ... in ... the ... operating manual. So let's get into it. Who am I? Well, first and foremost, I'm A son to incredibly thoughtful and loving parents. B, an older brother to my two siblings, Hunter and Jack, who have been two of the greatest teachers in my life. And C, a boyfriend to my beautiful and caring girlfriend of 3 years. Who I am is not solely what I do, but more importantly, who I am to others. That being said, I'm sure you'd like a little primer on my professional background. And let me tell you, I've worn a lot of hats. I'm currently working as an associate at Silicon Valley Bank on the Frontier Tech and Advisory Service teams. I'm working with all sorts of startups like Chef Robotics, who I understand is in your portfolio. Much of my work includes sitting in on investor calls and taking notes, performing portfolio review, monitoring Teams chats and answering questions, and researching companies. I was drawn to Silicon Valley Bank because the opportunity to work with innovative and early-stage companies was very enticing. The same reason is also what has led me to apply to the platform associate position. Prior to moving to the Bay Area, I was working on the future of work for the skilled trades at Upsmith. If you don't know, Upsmith is a 10-person, fully remote team that's part of Andreessen's American Dynamism Fund, which I understand parallels with your team's American Abundance Agenda. In this role, I was the second hire on the Business Development and Strategic Partnerships team, where I conducted market and vertical expansion research, drafted NDAs, MSAs, and LSAs, and built out the company's CRM from scratch. Additionally, I automated sales processes, sent out investor monthly updates, and even drafted a case study that's being taught at Stanford and Vanderbilt this spring. I also had the opportunity to sit in on meetings with executives from companies like Ford Motors, Boeing, and FedEx. Furthermore, I got to interface with startup CEOs and small business owners from companies in the home services industries like Interplay Learning and ServiceTitan. Working on a small, fast-paced organization was incredibly motivating and an experience I'd like to replicate with a Bloomberg Beta team. During my time in college, I held 6 internships across a variety of industries, from government and public policy, education, legal services, and financial services. They're all listed in my resume, and I'd be eager to speak more about these experiences further. However, I want to use the rest of my time and your attention to tell you why I'm the best fit for this role. Point A. I'm a South Dakota native and still hold strong ties to the area. Probably not what you were expecting for my leading point. However, my upbringing points to 3 things the Bloomberg Beta team values: honesty, integrity, and desire to grow. Growing up in the Midwest instilled in me the values of honesty and integrity above all else, besides maybe family, which I've carried with me to date and used to inform as many of my decisions as possible. Additionally, growing up in a flyover state created a strong desire for growth, to see what else was out there, who I could become. I also know that you put on comeback city tours, which I think are fantastic. I also think that my hometown, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, would be a great location for a spin-off tour on rising cities. I think there could be immense value in touring up-and-coming cities like Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Boise, Idaho, Bozeman, Montana, Lincoln, Nebraska, and Des Moines, Iowa, where there isn't much existing venture capital infrastructure and why diversity and representation are lagging. Wouldn't it be great to not only be a part of building these innovative communities, but building them right from the jump? Point B. I'm a founder of sorts myself and live out the founder's mentality. I believe that everyone is a founder of their own life, and I am no exception. I've been pitching and cold emailing people since I bought my first domain name in middle school and started drop shipping headphones. My parents are wealthy in love and support, but finances were never abundant. When I was accepted into the DECA International Business Conference in high school, it was my 300 hours of volunteering that earned me grant money to travel to Florida. When it came time to apply for college, it was my full-ride scholarship to Arizona State University that allowed me to leave South Dakota for school. When I chose to study abroad, it was an amalgamation of small grants that made the opportunity possible. When I wanted to spend summers abroad, I discovered au pair and workaway and learned that I could get paid to live abroad. I come from a long line of teachers and was always told growing up that I could do anything I set my mind to as long as I worked hard, and that's what brings me to your computer screen today. I'm never the smartest person in the room or the most connected, but I take pride in often being the most resourceful and determined person in a room. On a quick side note, I have been a founder in the more traditional sense for some small side projects, and I've even won a few pitch contests. Please check out my site, hiretannerhauck.com, for more. Point C. I don't come from a prestigious university. In fact, I believe Arizona State has one of the highest entry rates out of all public universities. I don't hold an MBA, and I don't have years of professional experience. LinkedIn Premium tells me I don't stack up against the competition for this role. It says at least 30% of applicants are senior level, at least 13% have their MBA, and it does not think I'm a good match for the role. I disagree. I believe that my youth and inexperience are some of my greatest advantages. My peers and friends are all in entry-level roles. My mentees are graduating college and gearing up to enter the workforce. My brothers and cousins are preparing to attend college and will be in the workforce in a few short years. My social circle consists of the future workers. Doesn't it make sense for someone on the team building the future of work to be tangentially close to those who are the next generation of workers? Bloomberg Beta invests in early stage founders. Shouldn't you also invest in early career employees for many of the same reasons? I have a great foundation of knowledge and experience, a hunger to learn, and investing in my professional career early creates the opportunity for outsized returns. Lastly, in taking a bet on me, it puts me on the offensive. I now have a lot to prove, and trust me when I say I always rise to the occasion. I could give you a dozen more points, but I want to be respectful of your time, so here are my closing remarks. I've done my research, combing through your GitHub page, your LinkedIn, your Twitter accounts, your Medium accounts, and more. I've done my due diligence, and I'm confident that I'd be a great addition to the team. I hope that the thoroughness of this video and my application demonstrate my commitment to the role. Going the extra step, I've purchased 7 of the books from your recommended reading list and created a reading curriculum available for viewing on Medium to educate myself further regardless of the outcome of this application. Lastly, on the topic of compensation, I see the estimated pay range for this role is $120,000 to $180,000. I'm excited about this role and the opportunity to do work that I'm passionate about and learn along the way, and that's far more valuable to me than money. I'd happily take compensation in the range of $100,000 to $110,000 and reinvest the additional into support events for founders or professional development opportunities like conferences and courses. I've included a list of learning opportunities I think would be beneficial on my website, hiretannerhauck.com. I'm looking for someone to take a bet on me because I know that I have the capacity for greatness. Thank you for your time and consideration. I hope that we can meet in person, leave the laptops closed, and you can ask me some hard questions and see how I respond. Thank you.